The ancient Nubians were a civilization that existed in the Nile River Valley in what is now modern-day Sudan. They were one of the earliest civilizations in Africa, and their culture had a significant impact on the development of other African societies. The Nubians had a complex society that was organized into a series of city-states. They were skilled craftsmen and traders, and they had a thriving economy based on agriculture, mining, and trade. The Nubians were particularly known for their gold, which was mined from the nearby mountains and traded throughout the region. The Nubians had a rich and complex religious system that included the worship of several gods and goddesses. They believed in an afterlife and practiced mummification, much like their neighbors in Egypt. The Nubians also had a rich artistic tradition, creating sculptures, pottery, and jewelry that were highly prized throughout the region. The Nubians were skilled warriors and had a long history of conflict with their neighbors, particularly the Egyptians. However, they also had a long history of diplomacy and trade, and they were able to maintain peaceful relations with many of their neighbors for centuries. The Nubians were particularly known for their architecture, which was characterized by large, ornate buildings and temples. The Nubian pyramids, which were built in the early years of civilization, were among the most impressive structures in Africa at the time. These pyramids were built with large blocks of stone and were adorned with intricate carvings and inscriptions. The Nubians were also known for their advances in engineering, particularly in the area of irrigation. They developed a system of canals and dams that allowed them to control the flow of the Nile River and irrigate their fields, leading to a more stable and reliable food supply. Over time, the Nubian civilization declined, due in part to conflicts with neighboring civilizations and changes in the political and economic landscape of the region. However, the legacy of the Nubians lives on, and their culture and traditions have had a lasting impact on the development of Africa. In the modern era, there has been renewed interest in the ancient Nubians, and archaeologists have made significant discoveries about their culture and history. In recent years, there has been a growing movement to preserve Nubian culture and traditions and to ensure that their contributions to African history are properly recognized and celebrated. In conclusion, the ancient Nubians were a complex and influential civilization that played a significant role in the development of African culture and history. Their rich artistic tradition, advanced engineering, and sophisticated religious beliefs continue to inspire and fascinate scholars and laypeople alike. Today, the legacy of the Nubians lives on, and their contributions to African history are increasingly being recognized and celebrated.